Well, there are a few places better to celebrate Halloween than in New England. And here in Maine, there's plenty of fun events coming up. That includes taking a spooky stroll in Cumberland County.
Haunted Stroll Yarmouth gets underway this week, promising a creepy and eerie wander around town with some scary tales from history. Here to tell us more is the event's director and designer, Tommy Waltz, and Cassandra Sparrold. Shute, thank you both so much for being here on ARC Maine.
Of course, thank you for having us.
Yes.
It's a pleasure.
Okay, so first of all, Tommy, for those interested in going on the spooky stroll, what can they expect?
Oh, well, it is a historical journey. So the stroll is curated with 7 different scenes, and each scene captures the real life story of folks from Yarmouth.
Wow.
And so as you stroll, you come upon these scenes, you learn a little bit about the person, historical context of the town. Yeah, and so it's really this spooky but more historical journey of, you know, the Yarmouth community.
Here's the beauty of it. It's at a cemetery.
Yes.
How spookier can that get? I mean, talk about what gave you the idea you guys for that, and how is it at night there?
So it's glorious. To be quite honest with you, there's something kind of amazing and inspiring about standing near the graves of those that you're storytelling for. Showing elements of history from their story. It's pretty profound.
Can you tell us about some of the people that are highlighted in this historical event?
Sure. So Miss Ellen Seabury Mitchell was the first librarian of Yarmouth, so we tell her story. We tell the story of the Brown family farm. We tell the story of the Haskell family. And then there's some other not caricatures, but characterizations of some folks of these different eras, excuse me. And the time spans quite a range, right, Cassie?
Yes, oh yes. And with this particular Stroll Haunted Yarmouth, I believe we tend to span from 1865 to about 1940s, mid-1940s for these stories.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when people take the stroll, I mean, is this something that is more historical or spooky or a little bit of both? Is there jump scares or anything like that?
No jump scares.
No jump scares.
No jump scares. Everyone's welcome.
Yeah. And because this is rooted in history, we have some incredible partners over at the Yarmouth History Center that do exhaustive research on these characters. We really just spend a lot of time flushing out the details. If anyone is ever curious, these characters from these stories, there's an exhibit over at the Yarmouth History Center, and you're welcome to go take a look. And then, of course, come visit us in the cemetery. It is an all-ages show, and we really work hard to align it for all ages, just like our entire community theater for all, which means everyone.
That's right.
Yeah, tell us about sort of the work and planning, you know, and research that goes into putting on this event.
This is amazing. Can I?
Please do. Yeah, yes.
All right. So I know that we have some incredible researchers that have an access to an incredible amount of first-person items, whether it's a hat for Augustus True or a violin, or, for example, last year, a clock. We're able to put together these incredible stories. And then from there, I get the information, and then I take a look at when did they live? How did they live? What would that family have done with the textiles that we have access to? So for the costumes, so much of it is inspired by actual elements of things that are historically important.
This has been going on for the 7th year,
Yes.
or whatever. How do you make it different every year? Or is it about the same? Or do you get people coming back for more?
Yeah, it's cool if I take this one.
I love
You guys
it.
are so polite.
Balance is wonderful.
Because I'm truly the new kid in town. This is my first time with the production, with the theater in general. And so for me, it was really important to maintain the integrity and the history of what has transpired over the last 6 years, while also bringing into this 7th year something that is fresh and innovative. And for me, it's really capturing the tone and the heart of these stories and really leaning into that. Directing is kind of a secondary thing for me. I started in theater as an actor. I still perform all the time, and directing is a newer thing. But I know how to come to theater by way of the heart. So sure, there's some spooky elements as you're walking through the spooky dark cemetery, but really what you'll walk away with is the heart.
Why do you feel like Yarmouth is the perfect place for something like this? You know, you talk about the history, but also just the atmosphere. I mean, it's so beautiful and quaint too.
Yes, and it's almost like I couldn't imagine a better place to be able to land to tell these stories, given that our community dates back to mid-1650s or so as a, you know, it was originally North Yarmouth.
Yeah.
And after Maine became a state, we were able to rename it Yarmouth, and that caused a fight too. And all of these great stories, this rich tradition, the lore, this is all items that we draw on and try and tie in to this really incredibly rich storytelling of our community.
Yeah, you two, of course, are here on the show today. How many other people are involved in putting this together? Planning and also acting, I guess, and everything else?
Yeah.
We have I believe five different people who are working on writing stories, whether it's, for example, Jocelyn Handy, we have Randy Billmeyer, Melina Roberts, all of these really incredible, Maura. We have these incredible people who are telling these stories. So that's just to start. And then we have actors.
I think we're probably close to around 60 people, 60
Wow.
volunteers. Yeah.
And you know, just during the commercial break, we were talking about how there's so many different, you know, Halloween, October, fall themed events, you know, across the state. Why do you feel like yours is so unique, and what makes you just proud to be a part of it?
Well, I think what makes it unique is the fact that it is so Yarmouth-centric. Royal River Community Players is a theater in Yarmouth, theater for the people, right?
Yes.
Theater for the community. So it has that touch to it. I also think it's just, I don't know, again, walking in new to it, it just feels very smart. It feels very, elevated, and it truly is for everyone. Is there anything you might want to say about that?
We've worked really, really, really hard with, for example, Chris Sullivan is our executive director. He does an incredible job setting the expectation that we're here to nurture, we're here to curate, we're here to cultivate. And that's probably the most fun part, is that we get to reach out and find people who are curious, find people who want to grow their skill sets. And Shy is such a great introduction to that.
Yeah, let's talk about cost and when people can go. Like, is it just on weekends or in the times? And everything?
Yes, go for it.
So, Stroll Haunted Yarmouth runs October 18th through the 27th. Tickets are available on the Royal River Community Players website. I'm blanking on the cost of the tickets.
I am as well. Apologies, if you check royalrivercommunityplayers.org, our entire season is posted there, so you'll get a chance to, of course, reserve and purchase tickets for Stroll Haunted Yarmouth, but also see that we've got other upcoming shows. And there'll be casting calls posted on the website. It's a really great resource.
Awesome. Casting calls and casting spells. There you go, right? There you go.
Well, thank you both so much. It sounds like an incredible event, so
Yes.
we apprweet your time this morning.
Yeah, always looking for a good Halloween event to go to.
Yeah.
Please come and see us.
I know, I
we are
love it.
so proud of our work.
Are you guys both in it then, right?
We're behind the scenes.
There you go.
Yes.
Yes.
Some great people, I'm sure.
Okay. Absolutely. You can tell the passion you
Yes.
guys have.